Hi, we're here baking with the Bollers. Today we're baking with just Madden and River. River's transitioning out of his nap time, so he's a little cranky. So he's got a marshmallow he's working on. And the reason he's working on a marshmallow is because we're making today the Brown Eyed Baker's best ever Rice Krispies treats. These aren't your run-of-the-mill, back-of-the-box Rice Krispies treats. These are extra ooey, gooey, and delicious. I mean, anything that has this many marshmallows in the treats, plus this many to mix in at the end, can't be all bad. So, we're going to start today by melting it in a big pot. And I've got my big pot on the oven, or on the stove, because again, we're melting a ton of marshmallows. So we're going to turn our pot on over like a medium low heat just to kind of get everything melty, but we don't want to scorch it. We're going to put our 10 tablespoons of butter in the pot. You want to open it? Okay. And then we're going to put our marshmallows in and get them melting. And while we melt the marshmallows, we've got some big and some little. We're going to get out our bowl and we're going to measure out our Rice Krispies treats. Madden, can you get our bowl for us, please?
Okay.
These aren't your wimpy, normal Rice Krispies treats. They call for the big bowl, and only delicious, yummy things get made in the big bowl.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we've got our big bowl Uncle Larry gave us years ago. We used to do big Thanksgivings at our house every year, and we would use this, believe it or not, to make the stuffing. He saw one year we had 2 or 3 bowls out mixing stuffing together because we'd have 30 or 40 people. And so he got us this bowl so we could mix it all in one bowl. We've done beans for bean competition that one of the local charities puts on and mixed them in this bowl. We've had cherries filled in this bowl. What else do we have in this bowl? You remember, BJ? Can't think.
Stuffing.
It doesn't come out very often, but when it does, it's because we're making a massive batch. And it's just easier when you're making a big batch of Rice Krispies treats to be able to mix it in this bowl. I've done it in smaller bowls, and you certainly can, but if you've got a giant bowl, use the giant bowl. All right, so we need 12 cups of Rice Krispies.
I need help.
Okay, you can help. Okay, so we've got our 12 cups of cereal in our big bowl, and River would like some more marshmallows. So yeah, there's a lot of marshmallows in this recipe, and I realized I didn't mention when we poured them in earlier. There's 16 cups of marshmallows that we melt down with the 10 tablespoons of butter. So just for reference, there's about 6 cups of marshmallows in a 10-ounce bag. I try to remember that we need to buy 4 bags of marshmallows when we make this recipe. Really important because you don't want to be too low in marshmallows. We only bought 3, and so to make up for the difference, I used some of our big marshmallows. So you can use big marshmallows in the 16 cups that you're melting down, it doesn't matter, but you want to make sure you've got 4 cups, and that's what we've got here, of mini marshmallows that are going to go in after we mix everything together. That way that every bite has a little piece of marshmallow in it. So not only do you have all the marshmallowy goodness that goes on the cereal, but then you get to see nice little bits of marshmallow in the Rice Krispies treats. And I think our marshmallow mixture is almost melted down here. Stirring all the ooey gooey deliciousness. It's almost totally melted. Okay, so our marshmallows are all melty. So we're gonna get our half a teaspoon of vanilla and our teaspoon of salt and mix it in the pot. I'm gonna do it over here on the stove just because with little hands there, I don't want to accidentally have him grab the pot and burn himself. Yeah. You're trouble, huh? Are you trouble? Yeah, you know it. He's trouble and he knows it. Alright, so get our half a teaspoon of vanilla and a teaspoon of salt. Oh, yep, you can do it. Sorry, Madden. Got it? Alright, that's good. Throw it in there and stir it up. And then we'll, get your foot off the counter. So we're just gonna get that vanilla and salt stirred in with the marshmallows and the butter. And we're gonna pour it in our mixture here. Hey Madden, could you do me a favor and hold up the bowl so you can see it? And River, be very careful, it's very hot, okay? It's like a boiling hot sugar. All right, well, I don't know if you can see what's going on in here. It's the hardest part's always scraping the big heavy pot. Let's see. I'm sorry I'm not more graceful at doing this on camera. All right. So now the fun part, the mixing. So we're gonna take, hold on then, we're gonna take this and we're gonna spray it, our spatula with a little cooking spray. So the Rice Krispies mixture doesn't stick to it as much. Madeline, let me get in here real quick. I'll have you help me do the marshmallows, just because it's kind of starting to stick to the bowl because it's starting to solidify. So if you could pour those marshmallows in. Go ahead and give those a drop in. You don't want to put them in too soon or they'll melt with the marshmallow and butter mixture, because we don't want these marshmallows melted. Like I said earlier, we want these to be visible in the Rice Krispies treat. It's like a little something extra. River, it's hot, baby. You'll burn your hands, okay? All right. Ned, if you want to just give it a stir while I get this off my hands here.
We had one.
You had one?
No, we had one.
Hold on, sweetie.
That feeds me. That feeds me.
How's it looking, Ned?
Looking good.
Looking pretty good here? All right, let me see. Let me double check and make sure everything, because we want everything to be really coated. And I don't know if you can really see all the strings of marshmallow here. The beautiful deliciousness. Well, yep, you can eat one when they're done. All right, so we've got our mixture mixed together, and we've got our pan. We've got a piece of parchment. And River, I'm going to need you to move back, Sweetie, okay?
No.
Yeah, please.
It's like a mold.
All right, so we've got our pan with parchment here, and we're going to pour. River, please move, because I can't get the marshmallow, the crispy treats in the bowl if you're sitting up here. I might knock you off with the big bowl. Okay, so get down.
Me?
Yeah, you. All right, so I might even need to bring in my cameraman. Ooh, let's see if we can do it.
Oh, yeah, heavy one.
It is heavy. The big bowl is big and heavy. So I've got a 9 by 13 inch pan that we've got a piece of parchment paper here, and we're just
You
gonna
put that up.
slop it in here.
You put your bowl.
Yeah, I don't want to push you off with the bowl. Okay, so I needed a little extra help holding the bowl and wrangling all the Rice Krispie goodness in here. So as you can see, it's this huge pile. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna take one of these and you're gonna push it down, and sometimes it sticks to it? Actually, it's not sticking right now. But usually what we end up doing is, put your hands up here. Spray, let me see the other one. Take your clean hands, spray it with cooking spray, and pat it in. It's just normally easier that way. So, God's tools, right? It's the best way to push down your Rice Krispies treats. If anybody says they don't use their hands much in the kitchen, I think they're a liar. So, all right. So we've got our Rice Krispie mixture all patted down. And now we're going to let it sit for about 30 minutes. And we'll come back when we pull it out and cut them up. Okay, so we've got our Rice Krispies have sat up and it is firm. And so we can just grab the little handles from our parchment paper here. What are you doing here? Where'd you come from? He must have smelled sugar.
He came from another dimension.
We've got Ryan back. All right, so we're gonna, whoops, it's a little sticky. That's never happened before. All right, so as you can see, like I said, these aren't your ordinary Rice Krispie treats. These are thick, luscious Rice Krispies treats. So now we're gonna see how they taste, okay? So I'll give you guys a little bit of cut. Let's getting a little close to.
No, not. You don't help for this part, Big Boy River.
It's a little close to dinner time, so hold on, Sweet Pea. River's anxious, so we'll get him his cut first. You can see big chunks of marshmallow. Hopefully you can see big chunks of marshmallow in there. Yep, all right. So here's a big chunk for River.
Big Boy River.
Big Boy River, no?
Why did he keep projecting it? He's. This one's fine.
There you go. So I'll put the link to the recipe. It's the Brown Eyed Baker's Best Ever Rice Krispies treats.
Rice Krispie treats.
Do we think they're the best ever?
Yes!
All right. Till next time.